This week we have retreating to talk about. So why did I think of this method of retreating for the TCG? So let's go over what retreating is. Retreating is when you pay a cost to save a card. My idea with retreating was, well, you have a battlefield simulation trading card game. If you're going onto a battlefield, why the hell not would you not retreat? Because that's an option in real life, and we want to simulate that. The earliest form of retreating, there was still just one retreat zone, and then I bumped it up to 2. And the reason why I used to have 1 was I didn't really think about the consequences of just doing 1 retreat. Because if you think about it, your opponent is attacking your unit, and then you pay the retreat cost, which sends it to your retreat zone. They can obviously attack you directly, but then the next turn you draw a card and then the card is back in your hand. That unit is back in your hand, and then you can deploy it and just go straight for an attack. That to me was a bit too quick in terms of recovery time. There are certain cards and certain effects that can help speed that up, but I thought if I can prolong this, then you won't use it all the time. You'll notice this in all the different mechanics that I make. You will never need to rely on this. You will always rely on the key fundamentals of the game: moving, attacking, playing orders, building fortifications. All the key things you will have in your deck you will do, but all the other mechanics on the field are just to aid you in certain situations. And initially, when I had the original retreating effect, it was used way too much, and the more it was used, the more annoying the gameplay became, because you're going to keep on seeing people do hit and runs. And even in the original version, you could retreat whenever you wanted as long as you paid, but now you can only retreat once during your turn. On your opponent's turn, you can retreat unlimited amounts of time. And the reason why I changed it from retreating unlimited amounts of time was literally people would attack, pay the resource cost, retreat, and then they would save the unit. And I did bounce around with the idea of going back down to 1 and then bumping to 2, because obviously the cards didn't evolve with the game back then. So because you have X amount of data in the game, and then you add new data which is not really up to date with, then it kind of lags. But now I've gotten it to a point where it's still useful, and sometimes it can be quick, especially if you're retreating on your opponent's turn as compared to yours. But the time that it takes for you to return on yours takes longer, so it kind of balances out if you were to be attacked rather than you attacking. Because obviously that again adds to the immersion of the game, because one option, if you visualize this with me, you're going into battle, you've moved out to battle, and then you've conducted battle, and now you're tired, right? You're tired, but then you want to return back home, which is your hand. And then how many steps would it take for you to go all the way back? Obviously it will be the longer route to take, as compared to if you were being attacked and you stayed in your area and your opponent came to you. That's different, because the distance of you getting from point A to point B, which is your hand, will be shorter. So one, it allowed me to add more immersion to the game, and 2, it ended up fixing a lot of just hit and run strategies, which obviously can be redone with card effects, but I didn't want that to be a main mechanic. So yeah, that's the reason why I did retreating. That's why I did retreating, guys. I hope you liked this video this week. All our special mentions right here. Thank you for supporting the game. Links all down below, and I'll catch you on the next one next week.